Okay. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Thank you for joining Luana Hodges, Youth Building Conversation. Thank you for coming on. We was trying to go live on 2 different platforms, but we getting a little noise here. So I'm going to exit out. So I'll be able to hear myself. Okay. All right, great. We was trying to go live on 2 different platforms, but with StreamYard, it picks up every little thing. But I have the pleasure of sitting down with Yendy Brown, aka Miss Yendy. How are you doing?
I'm doing awesome, Miss Lou. How are you?
I am great. We're trying to make it work over here with these different platforms.
Yeah, I just kept my live up and
Okay.
I'm keeping the mic on. They may still be able to hear your questions and things like that. So I'm just going to keep it up. I
Okay,
think when
great.
you're on, it feedbacks. Yeah.
Yes. When I'm on, it's a lot of feedback. But awesome, great. I still see you live. I still
Okay.
see you live on my phone. So
Amen.
yes. So before we start, I just want to say this young lady bio is amazing. She have done a lot, traveled, lived in different places, but she's DMV owned, born and raised in DMV
Yes,
area.
ma'am. Yes,
So
ma'am.
we get to hear her story and how she's still out here rocking the mic. So before we get started, can you pray us in, please?
All right. Dear Father God, I thank you so much for this opportunity. I thank you for the gift that you have given me. I thank you right now for just allowing me this platform to share my story, to share my journey. I thank you for Ms. Lou reaching out to me and wanting to hear it. Dear God, I ask that whatever I say today, whatever I give, whatever part of my journey that can touch someone else, whether they be young or old, I just know that it is your will and it is your way. I thank you right now and I ask that this goes smoothly, that we don't have any technical difficulties, that all of our viewers and our listeners can hear us clearly. I thank you right now. I thank you when we're done and we are blessed. Amen.
Amen. And she is welcoming any type of questions you have for her. So if you hear something she's saying, you need to dig deeper and you want to know more, she's open for questions. So that's good as well. So the first thing I always ask the person I'm interviewing, who is Yendy Brown, aka Miss Yendy?
Who is Yendy Brown, aka Miss Yendy? Well, they're two different people. Well, they're the same person, of course, but um, Yendy Brown is a mom, an educator, um, entrepreneur, a friend, sister, daughter. I am just a woman that is going through this crazy life like everybody else. Um, and Miss Yendy is the person that keeps me strong, the person that makes me bold, the person that keeps me motivated, the person that helps me to continue to see further than what's right in front of me. Um, she's more of my cape.
Okay.
She's Yendi Brown's cape.
Okay, great. So what makes her special? You say who she is, but what makes her special?
What makes her special is that I am not probably anything like what people think I am by just looking. What makes me special is that I'm touched by God. I have no, I'm proud to say that I am a child of God. I'm proud to say that His hands have been on me forever, since I came out of the womb, since I was in the womb. So that's what makes me special. What makes me special is knowing Him and knowing that there is something that I am here for.
Mm. Okay. So how did COVID-19 affect you personally, spiritually, and professionally?
Lord, COVID-19, you little um COVID-19. Wow, I don't know. I may get a little emotional on this platform today, but COVID-19 really, it affected me tremendously, emotionally, good and bad. A part of it let me see how strong many of us, but talking about myself, just it let me see how strong I really am. People always say, oh, you're so strong, you get through stuff, get through. But coming through this and getting through this and watching life in that manner, which we're not used to, it let me know that I could, and I enjoyed it.
Mm.
To a certain degree. I said, thank you, God, for this peace for a minute, because I personally, I don't know about anybody else, I needed to be still for a minute. And I didn't have listening ears because I was too busy. I'm too busy. I gotta go here. I gotta go here. I gotta move. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I got time. Hold on, God. I'm about. I got you. I hear you. Okay, hold. So I'm holding. I get you on hold. He holding on, but he like, listen. I'm about to hang up in a minute. I'm about to ring on this other line. It's not gonna be what you want to hear, right? So yeah, I was just thankful that it made me sit still. It helped me to finally open my business and just do things I was scared of. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, if we can go through this, the whole world is shut down. Yo, what you scared of?
Right.
What you scared of? You
Right.
breathing, right? You
Yeah.
still eating, right? You still paying your bills, right? You still got your right mind, right? So I was like, dang, yeah, okay, yeah. All right, bet. So let me do this. So yeah, so it affected me in a good way, but it also affected me in, of course, a very emotional way, because, of course, being still too long sometimes, our head, we live in here. We live in our head, and I was living all up in my head. And then I had some really traumatic things happen, just as far as losing people. Um, physically, and losing people to death. I lost a major relationship I had for almost 12 years,
Wow.
business partner, all of that. So that all happened right in that time. And it was hard.
Yeah.
It was hard to push. It was hard to, like, just motivate myself again. It was hard to motivate my kids. It was hard to, be there for my friends, my family. But that's, again, we go back to what's special about me. I was still able to do it without everybody knowing exactly what was going on, until, of course, the very end of certain things. But I was still able to push and say, hey, girl, you got this. Oh, you got this. I was giving what I had left. Wasn't a whole lot, but I was giving what I had left. And so that again, just, I think, is a part of what makes me special, is that I do want to do good for other people
Yeah.
too. And I want to, be there the best that I can, in any whatever way it is, whether it's words, whether it's physical, whether it's just standing there, whether it's to hand you a sandwich, a dollar, whatever it is. But yeah.
So, what or who inspired you to fall in love with singing and music and performing?
Oh wow, I'm gonna have to go back and say it probably was Whitney Houston. I wanted to be her. I used to stand in my mirror like every little girl, and I just think, oh, the greatest love of all. I believe the children are the future. That was my thing, right? So, but you couldn't tell me that I wasn't going to grow up and be just as big as Whitney Houston. So,
Okay.
yeah, that's inspired me. And then, adjacent to that was my dad, because he's a musician, a vocalist, and a writer too. So I used
Wow.
to travel with my dad to practice when I was a little girl, and just watch. And my eyes, I watch. We don't say much when we little, but we look, we absorbing it all. And I was like, yep, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that.
Wow. Wow.
That was part of
So,
my inspiration.
what did your father sing? He's in a quartet group or just a
No,
regular?
no, he had a band, just like me. As a matter of fact, he told one of his stories one day, that I didn't even know, that, like, he played go-go back in the day. His band snuck into a little spot where Chuck Brown was playing. Chuck Brown heard them, he liked them, and he let them play before them. They didn't get paid, I don't think, that first time, but Chuck said, let the youngins go. So, Chuck Brown, he has been he's just been awesome forever. He
Okay.
loved music. He didn't care who was playing it. But if you were good, he was like, I'm gonna give you a chance. You got one chance. Here it is. So they did. They played before Chuck Brown, and my Chuck Brown got my dad up back then, and they were just so proud. They played in the club, and they were under 18.
Oh wow! Oh,
Yeah.
he was playing young.
Yeah, he
Oh
started
wow!
very young. My dad started playing like when he was like 14 or 15 years old,
Oh
but
wow!
then he had his band put together when he was like 15 or 16, around the time he met my mommy.
Wow! So, at what age did you start singing?
Oh, I've been singing since I could like say words. Yeah, I used to stand up on the couch because we had at my grandma's house, we had this couch with this big mirror behind it. So I used to get up on the couch and stand there with the little whatever was near that looked like a microphone, and I would sing my songs, and I would practice how I was going to do my hands and practice how I was going to look at the audience.
So,
So
when did you hit the stage? How about that?
yeah, that was the stage.
When did you hit the stage?
The stage I hit when I was 14.
Okay.
I sang for the NAACP program, and I was in a Jet magazine at 14. Yeah, when I tell you, I was scared to death. My stomach, this was the first time I ever felt that, people say you get the butterflies, and I didn't know what that was. I thought I had to use the bathroom, but I was like, I don't know what's happening here. But I was nervous. But once I hit the stage and I sang and the people stood up, I was like, I did good. I did good. So once that happened, that from there, I said, this is it. I want to do this. And of course, I, sang in church. That helped to, cultivate everything. But yeah.
Wow. So, how does it feel being one of the hottest female soloists and performing in the DMV area?
Wow. Well, that is very flattering, first of all. I do get it. You still never really get used to people saying, because people say all the time, "Oh, you an icon, you a legend, and I'm like, okay, thank you. You don't get used to it. I'm just so humble in it. I'm just grateful to have the talent and to be able to continue to mold it and work on it and do all those things. But for people to know who I am, to appreciate what I do, I mean, it's an awesome feeling. It helps it helps you just be who you are, to be that person. When we always think, what am I here for? What do I do good? Well, that's one of the things that I do good. I can confidently say, I know that I do that well and I perform. So, it still takes used to, getting some used to, but it's definitely it's flattering, definitely, for sure.
So, when you're on a stage and you're singing and you have your audience,
Mm-hmm.
what do you want your audience to take from your music? You sing it. How do you want them to feel? Because I know every person that sings a song, they kind of vibe off of the audience, and being that you sing live,
Absolutely.
how do you want to? What you want your audience to feel like?
From each song that I sing, there's a different energy that comes from me. So whatever that energy is, whatever the connection is to my vibe, to the words, to the music. um, my manager used to tell me sometimes, stop closing your eyes and don't hold the microphone and things like that. But I know that's a technical part of it, but I hold the microphone sometimes because it gives me the security. I close my eyes because that's where I dig from and that's where I pull from. And I also do the same thing. We do the same thing when we pray. When I pull and need that energy, I close my eyes and I close and I dig in, I squeeze hard because I really want to, get what I need. So the same coming from my music, going to other people, I want them to get whatever it is that they need from me. If that night you just needed somebody to sing happy birthday to you because nobody did, I'm going to do it because that's what I do at my shows. So I'm going to sing it, and I'm going to sing it just for you, because if you told me it was your birthday, it's specifically for you. I'm bringing you up here. We're going to do this. If it's a love song, you ever been in love, hey, don't trip. If you're not in love now because of whatever, it's cool. You were in love before. You experienced it. And I had to learn that just recently. I was in love before. I experienced it. So, hey, it happens, So I just wanted to take whatever that vibe is or whatever that energy is that I'm pushing from every song. Happy, sad, whatever it is, some type of motivation.
So one of my favorite artists is Aaliyah.
Ah,
Yeah, and to read in your bio that
yeah.
you used to, tour with Aaliyah. How was that? Just being on the stage. I mean, how was that feeling? Just being in that arena with Aaliyah.
It was awesome. I'd say in all my interviews I was um who is this? I'm sorry. Got you. Thank you. Um I I think it was a wonderful experience. It was great. And it helped to build who I am right now. It helped give me experience. Um, and although she's gone, you know, every day I thank her because she's a part of my journey. She's a part of my journey, and I didn't just, you know, go on this tour and she was over there and I was over here, and then we come together when it's time to work. We build relationships because that's all we had on the road.
Yeah.
Your family's back home. You don't have anybody. You can't trust anybody except for these people. This is your family now. So I became that. She was humbled, and she just was real, and she respected me. I didn't have a name, but she loved my voice. She loved my talent, and she always said it to me. You are so dope. Oh my God, I hate how you do that with your voice. Oh, you so dope. So that's inspiring.
Yeah.
You have this deal. I'm backing you up, but you giving me praise. So I felt like, she was a blessing to just know and have the opportunity to work with.
Yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's good. So do you think what you're doing today, it serves as your passion or maybe your purpose or maybe both? Do you think you're operating in your passion, purpose, or maybe both?
That's a good question, isn't it? I think I am operating in both. When I wasn't able to sing during the pandemic, even though I did, I found another way. I went on this live, and I was giving the
I heard you.
I was giving the people some
Yeah,
laughs. I was writing stuff on the spot, whatever it was. I said, listen, I can't just not do this. And I realized that this is part of my DNA. So I don't live without it. I can't live without it. And I tell everybody, when I go, y'all better bury me with my microphone, my personal one, y'all. Y'all know which one I'm talking about. Don't bury me with
seen it.
Don't y'all put no generic stuff in my coffin. You hear me? You better put that bling microphone in there with me. It's going with me. Nobody taking it. But yeah, I definitely think both. I don't, life is just, it sucks without it.
Yeah. Yeah. Music helps the soul
Yes,
and it heals as well.
Yeah.
So
Singing it, writing it, whatever it is,
Mm-hmm. So how did you get into writing your own music? Because I mean, yeah, how did you get into? Because I know my daughter went to Duke Ellington.
Mm-hmm.
She sings,
awesome.
But she would tell me quick, I don't write music though. And I'm like saying, well, but you could though, right? She was like, well, a lot of singers don't write their own music.
That's true.
But you write, you perform, you sing. So how did you get into writing music?
I got into writing because even as a young child coming into my teens, I was always a writer anyway. I love poetry.
Okay.
My mom was into poetry. Okay. And I think I found a book of my mom's one time, and I didn't understand everything because it had, it was a little more adult. So some of the wording was a little bit, more for me. But as I got older, I understood. But when I read it, not knowing exactly what it meant, I felt something from it. Like I was reading the words of my mom, but I felt something from it. So in school, my teachers used to always encouraged me to write because we would have projects or competitions, contests at school, and I would write and win, little things. And they always encouraged me. So I just always wrote poetry. So I took a poem one time, and I used it as a song.
Mm.
And I just added one of the parts that I really liked about that poem, and I made that the hook. And so I just kind of added it a couple of times to make that part of the hook. And that's kind of how I was at that time. I was probably maybe like 12 or 13.
Wow.
So I just always wanted to write, and that's the great thing about this business is that, when you still have it, um, you can perform, you can do the band thing, you can do all that. But then when you're tired of that and you're kind of done with that processing and that journey, then you can go behind the scenes and you can stay back there till you old and gray, and you still as long as this is still working and
Yeah.
as long as life is still happening, if you're a writer, you'll always be a writer forever.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. So what have been some of your obstacles in the music industry?
Now, do you want the political answer or do you want the real answer?
I want the real answer. The real answer.
The real answer. The real answer, I am going to say my obstacles in music have been men.
Hmm.
Yep.
Wow. Can you elaborate?
Um,
Can you elaborate for the young ones out here that's trying to get in the music business?
Listen, young ladies, I'm trying to tell you, if he does not support you, he got to go. If this is what you want to do, and he shows any signs of jealousy, doesn't want to support you, telling you you're not that great, you're not going to be that good, whatever it is, he has to go. He has to go. I wish that I had did that a couple of times because I don't believe that I had the honest support. And of course, I want to make you happy. So I'm like, okay, well, I won't go to this thing. I won't go to the studio. I won't go to this show. Okay, well, I won't. Well, who? All the question. It just they were stunned. They were stopping me. Every time I would get here, they push you back. And I'm like, oh, but guess what? This is here, yeah, but that's not that great. So every time I made a move, it seemed like, they just want to push it back and make me Yendy.
Mm.
Because in my relationships, more recent relationships, that even became a factor that, when you're upset with me, I am Miss Yendy. But we're okay. I'm Yendy. Yeah, okay, Miss Yendy. Because Miss Yendy means you're putting me somewhere that you feel like, oh, you're unreachable. Yeah, okay, Miss Yendy is your thing. But yeah, men have definitely been one of my stumbling blocks. I'm not just relationships because I'm a relationship person. So it's just relationships. So young ladies out there, if you have a relationship and you are moving and making moves and being a boss out here and doing your thing and flourishing in your purpose and your passion, and that guy that you are with is telling you that no, don't trust this person is telling you this is a good situation. Don't trust that person. If he's telling you don't trust anybody but him, guess who you shouldn't trust? I'm gonna say that part. Okay.
Okay. So, what have been some of your biggest achievements?
My biggest achievements, I want to say, I guess I could start with Aaliyah. I mean, she's been one of my achievements just to be able to travel and, see other artists that I didn't think I would ever meet, take me out of the DMV area to go live somewhere totally because I am an anxiety person. So I have really big issues sometimes with major changes.
Yeah.
But of course, when you're younger, you a daredevil. You jump out there, So I was like, look, I ain't got no money. I don't have, but I'm going. And so that was an accomplishment for me just to go to that audition. First song, she said, I want her to come back. And then they sent me back. I packed my bag and then went right back. So that was an accomplishment to see that happen. Um, Mumble Sauce is another accomplishment for me, because we didn't just hit the DMV. Of course, we were hot here in the DMV, but I mean, to have a song that I co-wrote on that is still relevant. I was looking on something the other day. That song was like 11 years ago. Miracles and Welcome DC. Well, Welcome DC is maybe 10, I think. But that it was, some years ago. And it's still relevant. People still play them. I had someone come up to me at a show this Sunday and said, I play Miracles every Sunday when I'm getting dressed.
Wow.
Like really, he's like, yes, I still play a song every day. So I'm like, wow, that's awesome. So hitting Billboard, VH1, Chuck Brown is another one. Just to have a piece on his CD, even he's gone after we recorded that one. But just to have them reach out to me, and ask me to be a part of that, it means that you are definitely on a platform that says you have a statue that can roll with the big dogs, So that was an accomplishment for me as well. And there are many smaller things that have happened throughout my journey in music that just have made me feel very accomplished. Miss Yendy wasn't a name initially. I was always with someone else. I was always behind someone else. So it's an accomplishment, and I do have to give somewhat of credit to my management that I had prior to being on my own. Branding was very serious for us. It's still It's still
Yeah.
very serious, but we branded that thing, and now that's all people call me is Miss Yendy. So,
Okay.
yeah. So lots of accomplishments, but those are the major ones that I can always look back and say that was fun. I like that. That was good.
So what are you doing now with all your projects, entrepreneurship, your business? What are you doing now?
Um, for music, I am now gigging with Rocksteady Project. I don't know if you guys know about Rocksteady, but Rocksteady is probably one of the baddest Congo players to live. He does every little. I mean, he's just so bad. I didn't really know how good he was until we started working together, but he's really awesome. So that's what I'm doing, and we are busy, 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 busy constantly. Um, and I did release a song last year called Hit the Road. So it's kind of like a soft release, and we're really kind of pushing and branding it now on this year right here. So we do it live so everybody can hear it live. It's on all of the platforms. If you haven't downloaded it yet or gone and got it, um, yes, that's me. Um, so Hit the Road is the newest song that's out. I'll be going back in the studio very soon to do my second single. And my other business is I have a business that I switched my name, Yidne. It's Yidne. So my
Okay.
name is Yendi, so I switched it around as Yidne. And I do organic and vegan products like body butters and body scrubs, l- um, uh, shampoos and candles, everything. So lip
Okay.
glosses, yeah, everything is natural. So there's no chemicals in it. Everything
Well,
is
I love lip gloss. Well, I gotta check you out. I love lip gloss.
yeah, yeah. I have some regular customers when they go out of town. They like, look, I need this. My color, my color. They have this specific colors they go out of town for. So
So do you have a separate Instagram for
they
your
are
business?
separate.
Okay, okay. So I have
It's
to make sure I get it.
the body scrub one is Yidne Spa Products. Yidne Spa Products. I believe that one's on IG as well. So it's
Okay.
Yidne. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. I make sure I get that.
it's Spa by Yidne. Spa by Yidne on that one. And
Okay.
then my regular page is Miss Yendy Music. And that's where I usually keep my whole itinerary, what we're playing, what we're doing. Um, as a matter of fact, this weekend we are going to Newport News. This is our second trip. We went last month and they liked us so much. They were like, we need y'all back down here. So we
Oh,
have that.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And then we
So
have
so
a
what band are you with now?
Rocksteady Project.
Let's say
That's
Project.
it.
Okay.
Rocksteady
Okay.
Project. But I still do my own thing, but I use the back line that I work with. So like I have a show coming up, Message in the Music, where I have my own show. It'll just be featuring myself, but the band, will be playing for me, and that's coming up in July. Um, And so I still do a lot of collaborations with bands. I still do a lot of features with other bands. So anybody want me to
Right.
feature?
Well, yeah, well, when you have those, please forward me the flyer so I can post it.
Yeah, sure, I will.
I love live music, so I love.
Okay, yeah, come
Oh,
on out. I
I
can
love
put you
it.
on the
Yeah, I
guest
love
list.
coming out.
Yeah,
It's
let
not.
me
It's
know.
nothing like live music. It's different than hearing a DJ. Live music is just. It's just a whole different type of feeling. And
Yeah.
I think now more people is into more of live music than having a DJ.
Rock steady, he on here now. I just finished
Oh,
talking.
okay.
He's on my live. I just finished talking about you, rock steady. Like it just don't get no better.
Now
Okay.
you also did some acting.
I did. Yes, I did.
Okay, well, tell us about that.
I am actually getting back into that too. I did one of my first plays was A Change Is Come. Dang, I wish I would have known because I would have took out the magazines just so I could show you to see if you knew who it was. But I played the grandmother. They did not have any shoes that could fit me. So the funny part about me playing the grandmothers, I had stilettos and I had this little gray wig on. But it was so fun to play someone other than myself, like and so to be a grandmother in this play was hilarious. It was funny. I loved doing it. And then I did another play with Tanya Blunt and her husband, and that was also hilarious as well. So yes, we were at Tacoma Station. We used to play at Tacoma Station a lot
Okay.
too. But yeah, so my plays, I'm getting back into it. I had actually a couple of auditions, but I had to turn them down because Rocksteady keeps me so busy that I could not make all of the rehearsals, and we had shows back to back, and some
Wow.
days we had double shows. So we
Wow.
would leave one show and go to another show. So I'm grateful for that. However, it did kind of put me back a little bit, but I'm gonna figure out how to work it out a little bit where I can do virtual rehearsals or something, and get back into doing the plays and stuff because I love that too.
Okay. So you being an entrepreneur, you also being a role model. Who is your role model? Who do you look up to?
Wow, I look up to my mom. Um, my mom she's not an in front of your face type of person. But she's a behind the scenes. She makes it happen. I mean, from raising us to having her own business to just one day, she's also what who helped inspire me to just go to LA because my mom decided one day she just woke up and said, "Yeah, I don't want to work for this law firm anymore."
Mm.
And yeah, and I'm not going to. And she gave them her resignation 2 week resident and left and never turned back. My mom does colonics for a living, so she's retired now. She well not retired, but she does it. She does more counseling and stuff now.
Hmm.
Um, but she decided she wasn't going to do it, and she did that for like 25, almost 30 years.
Wow.
Left that law firm and went and is rocking. She had clients coming from New York. So she is my inspiration of just saying, look, whatever you scared of, do it anyway while you shaking in your boots.
Yeah.
Because while you're processing it, eventually you can't shake forever. You're not gonna shake forever. You may be a little nervous about things, but once it starts moving and the pieces start coming together, all of that, you're gonna forget about the nervous part because now you're gonna have to figure out how do I keep this going.
Yeah.
So I would definitely say that my mom has inspired me to be a better woman, to be a stronger person, and just to be fearless about
Yeah.
things.
So you mentioned Las Vegas, not
Mhm.
Los Angeles.
Yeah, LA.
Take us to LA. Take us a journey. So you going to LA.
Wow. So going there, after we toured, I still had work that I want to do. Aaliyah had passed at this point. But a lot of people wanted to still work with me. I was working with Rodney Jerkins. He flew me out to do um, some backgrounds on some songs that he had written. Um, and he something else too. That's another story for another day. But uh yeah, so I worked with him, and I worked with quite a few producers out there. And I couldn't just keep going back and forth and back and forth. So I was like, I just need to go so I can make this money and do this and do it. And so I had like maybe $170 some dollars and 92 cents in my account. And you do know that it costs more than that to live in LA, right? North Hollywood, where I was. So when they say starving artists, they are not playing. I moved out there. I had a little dancer dude, um, that put me up for a little bit, and he was one of the dancers for Aaliyah. So, and Roro, I'm talking about you if you're listening. Uh, so yeah, I just left. I went out there, and trust and believe, if my mom was on here, she'd tell you I did leave, but I called crying a whole lot. I was like, I can't do this. It's stupid. It's too much. Okay, so what do you want to do, Yendy? You want to come home? You want to stay out there? I just think it. So I just needed somebody to go. Just we ain't bringing you back here. Stay.
Right.
So
Right.
I did, and I got a lot done, and I'm glad that I did do that. I met a lot of people. Met some long lasting friendships that were very encouraging to my life too later. So
Good.
yeah, that was a serious journey. I slept on couches. Some people's trying to get me sleep in beds that I ain't want to sleep in. But yeah, that's LA. Everybody's somebody in LA.
Yeah.
I got a contract that can get you on, that can
Right.
make you hot. I know this person, I know that person, and I'm gonna take you there and we're gonna do this. All you gotta do is sign on the dotted line. Meet me at my hotel about 2
Mm-hmm.
a.m. and we're gonna
Mm-hmm.
get it. Thank goodness my mother was my role model,
Yeah.
because I wasn't going for that at all. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's good. That's good. Your purpose and your passion was greater than
absolutely.
what they was offering.
Absolutely. And I just didn't want that to be part of my story that
Yeah.
gets back to my kids later on.
Yeah.
I didn't want that to be a part of my journey. So I think I took that, I thought about that first, like, I don't want this to be a part of my story.
Yeah.
I want to know that I got here because I worked my tail off, because I broke some nails. I broke a finger. I fell, I scuffed up myself real bad, but I just did not want that to be part of it.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
good. That's good. So what I asked you what you was doing now. So what is next? What is your next?
My
What is
next is taking this out of the DMV. Um, I want to be a part of, and which is something I've been asked to do a lot lately. I do want to be a part of some kind of tour that involves our young people that are into music, whether they're musicians or whether they're artists, performers, develop. I want to be on that artist development side of things, and I also want to do performances and shows for benefits like that, because sometimes it's so hard to get started because you don't have the capital, you don't have the money to do it. Um, the young ladies that want to perform, they don't have the money to buy clothes, they don't have money to do anything. So you just trust whoever says they can do it. And I want to be a part of a team that gives a trusting platform for young people to really just do what they do and not have that fear on their shoulder or have to look back.
yeah.
Know that going forward, I'm gonna be right here. I'm gonna tell you what's good, what's not, in my opinion. You're gonna make your own choices and make your own decisions, but I hope to be a vessel you know, for that avenue. And then my music as well. I just want to take it out of the DMV now. I'm ready to go just a little bit further.
Okay. Good, good, good. So how can my followers follow you, support you, in all your endeavors that you're doing, as well as come out and support you hearing you sing?
Absolutely. They can follow me on Miss Yendy Music on my IG page. I always have my itinerary up, every show that we're doing. This Friday, we will be at the Babylon in Woodbridge. The following Friday, we'll be at the Babylon in Falls Church. We'll be in Newport News this Saturday. Every Sunday, we are at Bar 210. That's right up Indian Head. And that little spot is getting packed in there, y'all. I'm telling y'all. In the beginning, everything is a slow little roll, but it's getting packed in there. That's our home now. So
wait a minute, Bar 2. I'm trying to figure, because I live in Fort Washington, so I'm trying to figure out where Bar 210 is.
So if you go straight down 210, straight down Indian, Brian's Road. Yes. And then where the Burger King is. When you get all the way up to the top of that hill, it's a Burger King and like a little shopping center or something. Bar 210 sits on the left-hand side of the light. It's a little small little club.
And you're going to be there Sunday?
And we're there every Sunday. And it's an early show. It's a bikers brunch. So the bikers come out early, and then Rocksteady Project, we perform in the evening. So we usually start like 6 o'clock.
I'm going to come check you out.
Yeah, definitely. Let me know that you come, and I will let them know that you're my guest.
Okay, cool. Yeah, see my girlfriend.
Yeah, so they can follow me on Yendy, Miss Yendy Music on IG. They can follow me on Yendy Brown on Facebook, and I'm not on any of those other ones, but I do have YouTube. You can go to YouTube and look up any of the music. Also, Hit the Road is out right now. I would love for you guys to go check it out. Of course, it is not like the live version, but it is super dope. I love the song. It's catchy. People think they know it when they hear it for the first time. So check it out, and then come see us so we can perform it, because the Rocksteady Project rocks and cranks Hit the Road. So
okay.
It's a fun song to perform, and they get it. So so follow me, guys.
Make sure you send me all your information so I can put it down below in the interviews today. I have it. So in saying that, thank you for coming on. But can you leave my viewers with some encouraging words?
Yes. I would encourage everyone to take this time to do whatever it is you have not done. Do not let any more time pass you by without doing what your heart is telling you to do. You will regret it later. So just move past all of the cobwebs right now, but definitely whatever you have not done, do it now. Yeah. Do it now.
Yeah. Okay, that was good. Well, I thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
I'm mad that we couldn't do both.
Question for you real quick.
Okay.
Where are you from?
I'm from North Jersey.
I knew it. I kept hearing that call, and I knew. I said, "Wait a minute, that is not DC. That's some New York, New Jersey. That's some." Because I have a young lady that I know, and she cannot get that twang off of that core or that, so I was like, okay, so I had to ask that question. Okay, that's cool. This was a wonderful interview. It was. I loved your questions. I thank you for making me feel so comfortable, and thank you for reaching out. I enjoyed this interview.
Well, I follow you. So when you be on there singing out with your big mic.
Yes. Come on out. Guys, go and follow her page, YBC-Youth Building Conversations official site on IG. You won't be disappointed. And if you have any young ladies, young men, this is a platform that I think that you definitely want to visit consistently, because she's doing some good things on there. So thank you so much, Ms. Lou.
Yes. But I was saying, my cousin interviewed you. The One Rose Project.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay.
I seen you there. I was like, okay. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, oh, I gotta get that.
Small world.
I gotta get you on my platform. Yes. So that's how I was introduced to you, through his platform, and then I just started following you.
Okay, awesome.
Awesome. But I'm gonna check you out on Sunday. I'm gonna come out.
Okay, definitely. I hope to see you there.
Out. Yes, I will.
I'll probably be tired because we're gonna just be coming back from Newport News, but I'll be pulling it out of somewhere.
That's okay. I never been to that spot, but I heard it's It's
Yeah,
a nice
it's jumping there. It really is. And food is good, drinks are really good, and it's just a really comfortable spot where you can come, you can chill, check out the first half, which is kind of, real
place. I love
smooth.
live music, so
Yeah, so you
I mean, I
so you're gonna have
love
fun.
live
You're
music.
gonna have fun,
Yes.
definitely. All right.
But yes, but in saying that, I thank you guys for
Thank
tuning
you.
in, viewing. I know I normally come on Wednesdays, so you probably didn't know I was on Thursday, but that's okay. You can review it. You can review the preview or after, whatever they say. You can come back on and check it out. But make sure you check out her interview. It was great. Follow her, support her. She got a lot of things going on. Big voice. When I say big voice, beautiful voice. Download her music. What's the song again?
Hit the road. Download. It's on Spotify. It's on
Yes.
YouTube. It's on every platform. Apple Music, all of that. So
that's when I'm gonna download the Apple Music because I got Apple Music. So just make sure you support DMV Finest, your own on every platform. Just make sure you give us some love. Bar 210 Sunday, Babylon,
Babylon Woodbridge this Friday. Babylon Falls Church next Friday. Next Friday is gonna be jumping because we got a birthday party that's about to be happening next Friday.
So okay.
It's gonna be jumping. So y'all come on out. Check us out.
Check her out.
Yes.
So in saying that, have a great evening. I will be on vacation next week.
Oh, okay.
For a good week. So guys, you might not see me, or I might go live from Dominican Republic. You never know.
Yes, take me.
on the island who wants to be interviewed. When I was in Puerto Rico, I found somebody. Might find somebody in DR.
Well, why you ain't tell me that's where you want? You could have interviewed me there.
I know that's right. But thank you guys for tuning in.
All right, thank you so much. Safe travels to you.
Stay on.
See you Sunday, guys.
Stay on. Don't go off.